The world of IT is full of acronyms and abbreviations. So is the world of measurements. That's pretty much a guarantee that everyone working with IT measurements is going to get confused. For example, what is the difference between an MB and an MBit? What does ERP or CMS stand for? These are examples of standard acronyms we hear all the time. Inside every organization, there is likely to be a whole range of industry-specific acronyms as well. For instance, in my company, we often talk of LMS, CAT, SEO, SL20, and many, many more. If someone mentions an unfamiliar acronym in your presence, you should ask the person to clarify and explain it. Most likely, you will not be the only person in the room who feels lost. Asking questions is not seen as a sign of weakness in a modern IT department. It is a sign of curiosity and seeking to better oneself and one's knowledge about a subject. But let's not kid ourselves. In your IT career, you will have acronyms for everything. Soon, it will be you confusing newbies with acronyms of your own. IT needs acronyms because information is constantly expanding out of control. Here are some examples of information explosion. The CPU at the heart of Apple's iPhone 4 is more powerful than a Cray supercomputer costing millions of dollars from the 1970s. The software that powers the space shuttle runs on a single megabyte of RAM. The minimum RAM requirement for Windows 7 is 1 gigabyte, or 1,000 times as much. If automobiles had improved their performance at the same rate as computers over the past 50 years, we might all be driving $500 cars that go 5,000 kilometers per hour and get 500 kilometers per liter of fuel. They would probably fly too. Cool. In 1980, a 10 megabyte hard drive cost over $4,000 and was considered to be a lot of storage. Today, you can't even buy a 10 megabyte hard drive. It would be worthless and pointless. Even Windows 95, released way back in April 1995, required a 55 megabyte minimum hard drive. Now you can get a terabyte drive for under $100. Did you know that in 2010 YouTube transfers more data in one day than the entire internet did in the year 2000? Acronyms and abbreviations are essential to IT. Learning them is easier than you think. Computers tend to get more powerful on an order of magnitude over previous generations. Some people have even tried to quantify this phenomenon. One example is Moore's Law. A simple way to explain Moore's Law is that a brand new computer is completely outdated in 5 years. How do you remember the difference between a kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, and terabyte without going crazy?